averagely is 250,000. So it varies. It's from between 230 to 250,000. The highest is the 250,000.
250,000 for this one. I'm very, very surprised. When you look at it, even 150. I am saying 150 because, you know, the money doesn't go straight.
Looking at what is behind us, it's not something that we can talk about.
If you are constructing a meaningful dam, you don't need anything less than $3 million.
It is between 600,000 and 800,000 Ghana cedis per dam. But on the average, using the 285 dams that we tracked, we can give an average of 670,000 Ghana cedis per dam. Before One Village, One Dam, there were small dams in northern Ghana. And I'm happy to announce that these dams hold water in sufficient quantities for people to use for dry season gathering. But in the case of the small, the One Village, One Dam projects, by November, December, January, the dams are dry up. If you go there right now and see water, it is probably, let me say, stray rain. I just poured onto it. But most of the dams are drying up.
Palenti has 56% of arable land. 90% of the people are peasant farmers. The people farm cereals like millet, sorghum, rice, and maize. According to the Ministry of Agriculture, the district produces 1.94 metric tons of rice. Also, the people produce 1.38 metric tons of maize, 1.55 metric tons of sorghum, and 1.21 metric tons of groundnuts. These yields are captured under the main season of farming, which is the rainy season. With this potential, you can imagine the yield all year round. However, some of the farmers are pained because they gave away their land for a dam, hoping it would benefit them. Unfortunately, the dam is unable to sustain all year round farming.
We are not happy. We can't farm. Our land is just bare. We would have been farming during Christmas. You must repair the dam for us. We had no idea the dam would be constructed like this. We thought they would do a good job. We farm on this land we gave away for the dam, and we were excited because we hoped it will help us. They came here to help us by constructing the dam so that we can farm all year round and make money. But the dam dries up so fast, you will not even recognize the site as a dam. I planted in the first year and the water dried up, so my plants died.
The farmers say they will not count it as a loss if the government brings back contractors to reconstruct the dam. Some pledged to support the government to clinch to power if the dams are properly constructed.
I pray the contractor comes back to the site to construct it the way we want. If our dams are well constructed, we will support you always. We are waiting for the rain before we plant. Without rain, we can't plant. Where is the water that we will use to farm during the dry season?
This part of the story is called Waiting for Rain. The One Village, One Dam policy was meant to put an end to rain-fed agriculture. The government hoped that, just as people in Burkina Faso farmed all year round and even exported tomatoes to Ghana, people in the northern region would be able to do the same. Unfortunately, the people of Gorogo farm only during the rainy season. It is the main reason why the assemblyman for Gorogo, Roland Basama, is refusing to call the project a dam, and his reason is,
Actually, we don't call this one a dam. This is a dugout. You've seen this water here, this little water, because it rains about 2 days ago. And I think last month it rained heavily. That is how you found this little water.
But it is not all gloomy. At least livestock get water to consume during the dry season. The farmers are grateful for that, but they maintain that irrigation is their great expectation.
Even sometimes, if it didn't rain well, sometimes it dries between January and February.
Residents record that they were so excited about the project that they gave the contractors free stones to be used for the embankment. However, 4 years after the dam was constructed, it had not retained water after January. They tried dry season farming during the first and second years and after the dam was constructed, and their crops failed at the beginning of the Harmattan season. So, they have learned not to rely on it. With the onset of the rains, some water has been retained in the dam. But residents predict that the water will not last, and this is why.
Look at how it is broken. If this place left like this, that means if it rains is heavy, it means it's going to wash everything away.
Per government's plan, farming is supposed to be happening here all year round, but your guess is as good as mine. Nothing is happening here, and this is because the farmers are patiently waiting for the rain before they farm. Very close by is the One Village, One Dam project. This dam is supposed to provide water for the farmers so that they can farm all year round, but the water is not enough, and they were saying that the dam was not done well, so it cannot retain a lot of water so that they can farm properly. So the dam is here, but it cannot even supply water to this particular place because the water is so little, and so farmers have decided not to risk it.
The people feel that they are not reaping from government investment in the dam. From Ayopia, Kalego, Kari, and Gorogo, there is a chorus that contractors should come back to fix the dam.
2 things: that they should let it go down a bit, then expand it so that a lot of water will be there. There is a waterway, and we believe that a lot of water is coming into the dam, and if it's full, it will spill out. So we want the dam to go down and also to be expanded.
The then Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Hawa Kumsin, briefed Parliament on how much had been allocated for one dam.
Averagely is 250,000, so it varies. It's from between 230 to 250,000. The highest is the 250,000.
Later, the minister explained why the dams constructed were smaller.
Then look at the cost: 250,000 Ghana cedi. 250,000 Ghana cedi. If you are constructing a meaningful dam, you don't need anything less than $3 million. So if I'm constructing 250,000 Ghana dam, then what kind of dam are you expecting from me? I hope you're getting me. So that's the kind of dam we've promised the people. We didn't say we are going to construct the 3 million type or 6 million Ghana cedi, 10 million Ghana cedi type of dam for them. No.
Could this be the reason why the former Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Hawa Kumsin, stated that 250,000 Ghana cedis could not construct a meaningful dam? Well, it has emerged After an extensive research led by the Northern Patriot in Research and Advocacy that tracked 285 dams across the 5 northern regions and concluded that the state paid more than 250,000 Ghana cedis for one dam.
It is between 600,000 and 800,000 Ghana cedis per dam. But on the average, using the 285 dams that we tracked, we can give an average of 670,000 Ghana cedis per dam. And you know, the consultancy fee for the construction of the dams is over 10 million Ghana cedis. That's for the consultant. So many actors or players were into this.
Why has the state spent over 600,000 cedis on a dam and yet constructed an ineffective dam? Joy News has cited a contract letter given to Forthman and Cross Construction Limited. The contract sum is 520,000 Ghana cedis for 2 dams in the Garu constituency of the Upper East region. Figures shared by NOPRA showed that an amount of 243,291 Ghana cedis was released for one, and 433,569 Ghana cedis payment was released for another. We sought answers from the Special Development Initiative Office for further clarification.
Well, Joy News met the coordinator of the Special Development Initiative on Friday, 21st July 2023, but the coordinator declined an interview. She explained that she would allow an interview another time. She promised a document detailing the payments made for each dam will be sent to Joy News. Unfortunately, Joy News has not received the document.
Contract sum for the dams in Talensi are all above 600,000 Ghana cedis, with some hovering above 700,000 Ghana cedis. What is accounting for this? The Special Development Initiative Ministry again has some answers.
The coordinator of the Special Development Initiative has not released documents showing how much money has been paid to each contractor. It is difficult to verify this information.
The Special Development Initiatives Ministry again has some answers.
Also, because the coordinator of the Special Development Initiative has not released the document showing how much money has been paid to each contractor, it is very difficult to verify this information.
What we need to do is for citizens to demand transparency and accountability. And when that falls short, or people who will fail to measure up to that transparency and accountability, should be made to face the law. These resources, they are from Ghana's oil money. We took all the dams and the One Village, One Dam. They are Ghana's oil money. The Petroleum Revenue Management Act stated that we need to put some money called annual budget funding amount into projects for priority areas, and agric is always one. Over the years, we have always cried North-South development gap. And if this is an infrastructure that will eradicate poverty and cause significant socio-economic transformation to bridge the South-North development gap of this country for improved quality of life, and these monies are not used in a way that will meet this objective, somebody should be answering the questions. Why? What happened? So we need to hold people accountable. We can't just say it has failed, therefore that be it. It will be, history will repeat itself.
The assemblyman for Gorogo, Roland Basama, says because the dam could not hold water, and also the fact that the contractor got free stones, the costs should have been slashed further down.
Yeah, the stones, we even provided the contractor stones, free stones. Look at where he started and look at where he stopped. Free stones. We didn't sell the stones for the contractor. But the contractor asked me if we could get a place for him to pick the stones, and we give him a place to pick the stones, and look at how it stopped.
A bird's eye view shows all is well. It had just rained in April and the dam had collected some water. But a closer look shows that the embankment had broken, causing substantial water to spill. The heavy clay embankment had washed away, leaving the rocks used to reinforce the wall in the spillway. It was the reason why farmers did not plant during the dry season. Many farmers in Nabali refused to speak about this dam because of their disappointment, but Abdullahi Salifu opted to grant an interview.
We are not doing any more work because here, like, you can farm vegetables, but because of the water, you can't farm. So we are not farming anymore. But as you see, if there were water, we can do some farming. Then we plant tomatoes, pepper, and then vegetables. You can farm that one and make money. But how the water is short, how can you farm? It's only the animals who come and drink and then go. How you see here is quiet like this. We're not doing anything here.
The youth decided to fix the problem with sandbags, but that did not solve the problem. According to residents, this site was perfect for the dam because it was an old dam that had feeder channels. Abdullahi blames the contractors for not doing a good job.
When they came, there was a big trees around the wall. So they cut all the trees. So when they cut all the trees, and the trees too, the roots, it makes the wall firm to the ground. But after they cut all the trees, the wall too is not more strong. So when the water comes plenty, it will find a way and then break it. So later on, when they bring the stones to support the wall, but the stones too could not support the wall. That makes where you can find stones. That means the water carries the stones all, and then all over the world.
From the northeast region, we go to the upper west town of Inyoli. This dam did not dry up during the dry season. It harvested water for dry season farming. Zoya Agnes is one of 20 women who rely on the dam for all year-round farming. Agnes says a non-governmental organization helped them to procure water pumps to irrigate their farms.
Actually, it is good in the sense that we, those who are interested in farming, we are able to engage ourselves during the dry season gathering. It is actually beneficial to us. And moreover, our animals too, in the community comes to drink the water, which also helps a lot. And depend on the number of months you do up to. Sometimes you can get about 1,000. Sometimes. We are 20 women in number that are into it.
Imagine 20 women in Inyoli harvest pepper and gain a profit of 1,000 Ghana cedis each. That will be 20,000 cedis floating in the local economy of Inyoli during the dry season. But it is not all rosy. There are concerns about the Inyoli Dam.
What I'm foreseeing is part of it, just small portion of it is deep, and large of it is not deep. And foreseeing here, whenever it rains heavily, all the water runs away. it will be nice they extend it widely so that much more water can stay. But it is not. It's just some small that has been done. So when it is like that, the water doesn't, much of it will run away.
One thing is clear. Just like Isaac Pabia, the focal person for peasant farmers in the Upper East region, stated at the beginning of the documentary that water is very valuable to the people of the northern regions. Indeed, it is.
Water to the northerner is like blood. It's like blood. When we have water, we can do a lot of things for ourselves.
If the government spent more than twice the allocated funds for the construction of the dams, then at least these dams should have been done well.
In Bilimbisi, where we did our study, we chose, that's one of the communities to do our study, an area that was used to scoop sand for construction of road still holds water, but the one village, one dam is completely dried. Something that was not intentionally constructed for purposes of holding water for all year-round farming. In Bilimbisi, you can go and see it. Just after the forest, it is there. They took the soil there, excavated the soil there for road construction. Water is still there. And the dam that we sank billions of Ghana cedis into constructing doesn't have water. So something, I'm not an engineer, a dam engineer, but I think that something fundamentally went wrong. Perhaps engineering principles were violated.
If dams constructed in the 70s can hold water, then why are the one village, one dam projects not meeting the needs of the people?
Yeah.